Why, hello there, and welcome back to Fate in Space. Allow us to rejoin our comrades. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello?
To set the scene again, very quickly, y'all enter this room. It is incredibly dark. The only primary light, is coming from a large, cylindrical, backlit elevator, but it goes up and up and up. The outside of the elevator is completely glass, so whoever is inside, rising, can be seen at all times. Wily clearly entered, went up. There was someone else in the room with you guys across the table, and, well, Ryder, you walked up to him and told him to talk.
Wily's going up the elevator.
Indeed. He was speaking with somebody as you guys entered. It seemed their conversation has come to a close. He went up, sort of looking down to you, like, oh, interesting. There was someone else left behind. He looked a bit shocked that you all kind of just bamboozled your way on in, and y'all demanded he speak. And that is indeed where we shall pick things back up.
Can you describe the guy again?
He's wearing a very well-fit black suit.
I know you said he had a 4 ranking or whatever.
Yes, indeed. He has 4 diamonds on his shoulder. He is wearing a smaller pair of glasses that fit his face quite well. I say he's maybe around his mid-50s or so. Beginning to age, but not really showing it too much. He's not hunched over or anything. He stands straight. He looks like to be an appropriate, weight for his age and whatnot. And he's not fully gray, he's more so peppering. His hair is slicked back. Like I mentioned, he looks shocked to see all of you here.
Why does he look shocked? Don't we have passes? I flashed the badge.
When you say badge, do you mean the metal thing you guys cut out of the guy's hand, or do you mean your, suit?
The metal
Good question. I remember I told him to sit down before we last left off.
Sure, he'll take his seat.
I'm gonna pull my gun out and put it on the table in front of me.
He looks down at the gun, then looks back to you, Ryder.
Listen, this can go very easily or not good for you. Obviously, you have no idea who we are. I mean, at least you should know who I am, but it's fine.
He laughs.
If I wanted, to kill you, you wouldn't even be staring at me right now. So you can either stand aside and let us go on our merry way, or things can just get ugly for you.
He sort of raises a hand at all that and says, I've heard this speech before, Ryder. You don't need to lay it on thick for me. What do y'all want here?
Well, I mean, if you know my name, you should obviously know what I want.
He raises both his eyebrows at that. You here to pick a fight, or here to actually kill Wily?
The latter.
Color me shocked. Quite ballsy, your group.
Well, I mean, we did get this far, did we not?
Indeed. I'm not standing in your way. If you wish to ascend, you're more than welcome to do so. You'll have to wait. I'm sure you don't mind.
I'm fine with waiting. I don't think we're in a rush.
I would hope not.
You're pretty blasé about this.
Let's just say the doctor might have been expecting you. You got here quicker than we were anticipating.
We have the fastest pilot in the galaxy.
As you say that, Nara, he does look to you and kind of smirk and says, and I wonder why that is.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, actually, you're a little weird. I don't like you. You zip it. We'll just wait for the elevator in silence. Thanks.
So my question is, how'd you know we're coming?
He looks at you right and raises his eyebrows like, can I speak?
Yes, you can speak.
No, absolutely not. Is it because of the data pad?
Wait, are you saying this in character or are you saying this out of character?
Out of character. No, never mind. I do not want to say that in character. But
Fair
I'm like, all right, well, the captain says you can talk. So.
After Ryder says that, he looks to you, Nara, and smiles. And then looks back to Ryder and says, you weren't exactly quiet about it.
I mean, pretty sure all your guys are alive, so pretty sure we were pretty quiet.
You didn't kill anyone, but you don't find it odd that we have docking bays so well protected, and 2 guards that happened to follow someone back into the bathroom didn't return. Quite strange, wouldn't you say?
I mean, it's worked before, so.
I mean, that could have been anybody. Why you assume it was us?
Why didn't you stop us? If you knew that early on.
We didn't know it was you early on. We just knew someone wanted to stick their nose where it didn't belong.
Okay. We still got it, Nara. Fist bump.
Fist bump.
Your little friend was able to leave, by the way. We didn't harm him. You didn't worry.
I didn't really care about that. I got where I wanted to be, so.
Wait, was he supposed to leave without us?
He was instructed to, and you guys didn't really give him a separate option. The two of you left to go to the bathroom, and all just went peace.
It happens.
Wait, how are we leaving then?
While we're talking about this, and he's distracted.
Mm-hmm. What are you looking for in particular?
Information on us in the system, because he said that they knew somebody was coming, and I just want to kind of get security records for that.
Looking through those, you can see that there is a light warning, essentially, for an intruder. But you maybe scanning through, those are fairly common. It seems that they're pretty much always on high alert for little things like this. Some of it can be internal, external, you know how it is. And then after some time, you actually see a few recordings of seeing you guys walk through the halls. Nothing, you guys weren't anything weird. You're just walking normally, but looking at all their data, they would seem to record everyone. And it's, difficult to not have a bird and a very bright-haired individual not stand out. You guys are pretty well known.
Okay. It's not necessarily that they were super expecting us, necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
Just that it's kind of hard for us to be missed.
A little. You guys do stand out quite a bit. That and there's a hit in your guys' head, so probably by them.
I don't know. Can I get information on that?
On the hit?
Yeah.
What do you want to know about it? It's pretty public information.
But is there nothing else, attached to that data?
The file is, I'd say it's pretty extensive on 3 of you. Not so much on Aldris. He's more of a question mark.
He better be. He better stay that way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Your file is probably the most detailed, Nara, next to Ryder's, just because, he is who he is.
Can I erase it?
If anything, you're looking at a copy of the file. Erasing it.
I was about to say.
We
have backups.
Yeah, it wouldn't really do much. You can erase it, just be spiteful if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Even if it flags it, I'm just going to have a note that says, man, I hate you guys.
So, my name. What is your name?
We didn't worry about that. And, well, he turns around. You can actually see the elevator.
What's his file?
Descending. And he motions to it and says, if you wish, the doctor is waiting for you.
So you're just going to nonchalantly let us go see your boss? You're not going to try stopping us?
I don't need to.
What is that supposed to mean?
He's overly confident.
You'll see.
You do know who we are, right?
I know precisely who you are. The same question could be addressed to your group, could it not?
Psst, Nara, who is he?
What's his file? Give me his info.
There doesn't seem to be one on him.
Oh my.
Can I run a scanner for his face across my people database to see if he shows up anywhere else?
Yes, you may. You don't need to roll for that, as you already have this information. Did you bring the special data pad with you, or just kind of the copy specifically for your people?
The copy for my people.
Okay. And then another question for you. Would you have copied some of the information in terms of what the top 4 look like from the data pad to your database? Okay.
Yeah. I would have included anything I thought might be relevant, on short notice. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's so much information on the data pad, and it's kind of dangerous to have around, so I would not be carrying it around with me.
And with that information, that knowledge, you're kind of running these scans, and he's watching Ryder, but his eyes, he's not really interested in Georgiana or Aldris. His eyes keep flitting back to Nara, and he's kind of just smirking the entire time. And as you're kind of hacking, trying to figure things out, it's difficult to hide this, of course. You have to kind of do it in plain sight. He doesn't really seem to care too much. And your data doesn't pull up any faces that match his, at least not initially. It takes a second, and with the processing power that you have access to, Nara, you get a quick little extra. You're not really sure what it is, but something clicks. Something just works. It's weird. This happens sometimes when you're looking at things, but it just kind of whoop.
Is it almost like it was sent to me?
Not necessarily sent to you, but
maybe was I granted permission?
Almost, but not really. It doesn't feel... grant the permission almost feels malicious. It's not really that. It almost feels like your data was helping you, but that doesn't really make any sense. So it's difficult
Well, the
to
data's
describe.
kind of sentient, right?
It can be, yeah, specifically on the data pad. But your personal pad, it shouldn't really react that way.
Maybe
We'll
it's
say,
learning.
yeah, we'll say your data pad does something similar to that, and it arrives at an answer relatively quickly. And it actually compares a file of this individual's face to Wily, except he looks about 20, 30 years younger.
As in, this person looks 20, 30 years younger?
Correct.
Isn't his
Like
son?
a clone? Oh, they're two completely different things.
It could be clone too.
It could be both. A clone.
Could
of
be
the son.
both.
Yes.
His son is a clone.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
I don't know how to handle this epiphany.
I send a copy of the Clone Wars to Georgiana.
Wait, so the guy in front of us is a clone of Wily?
Maybe. I probably would not actually share that right away. So I think I know exactly what's going on. That's what I think. It could be wrong. He did not actually say it was a clone or a son. Just that he looked exactly, well, not exactly, but very similar to Wily if Wily was 20 to 30 years younger.
Correct.
He's a spitting image of old bootstraps.
I'm gonna paste the two images side by side, and I'm gonna send a little text to everybody in the room. Not Wily's. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will send it to Wily's clone, just to be facetious because he's watching me.
I'm looking at you.
I sent him with a little wink emoji. I do not acknowledge it. I just keep staring at my data pad.
He's staring at you when this happens and doesn't really seem too surprised at this. And looking at you, Nara, he just says, "Have you made a connection?"
Yeah, you're some freaky deaky lab rat. All right, guys, let's go on the elevator.
Yeah, he motions. You're welcome to go up there.
Sure, I'll go.
Well, can you confirm or deny it before we go? Just really quick. I hold the elevator.
And as you guys are kind of standing in this bright lit tube, says, "Confirm or deny what?"
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
He smiles and holds up a single finger, saying, "I'll allow you one question, and I'll answer it truthfully."
Boxers or briefs?
Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Are you his clone or something?
No, but close. Do have fun.
No, but close.
I mean, you have to be a kid then, right? What other options are there? Or am I just dumb?
Maybe he is Wily de-aged, and the Wily up there is the clone.
Are you a robot?
As the door is closing, and right as you ask this question, he just smiles at you.
So we have a bit of a problem. If he's a clone or de-age or anything like that, he can just make more of himself. So what's the point of this mission again?
If that's the case, GG, then that means we have to find wherever this cloning robotic whatever lab is and destroy everything so they can't make any more.
Ah, well, that's Nara's job. I'll just do the killing.
Do I have to destroy it? Can I just have it?
Oh, you want?
Why would we have it? We want to destroy it.
Because I want it.
You just asked the scientist if she wants to destroy a piece of science.
Honestly, I literally came to you with an illegal sentient core of a machine.
What this sounds like is a bunch of life model decoys.
But if it's a decoy, then why is he just letting us up? Huh?
I mean, he probably thinks he's not going to lose.
Life model decoy is the thing that Nick Fury uses. It's a robot that looks exactly like him.
Oh.
And as you guys are all discussing this, your group ascends and ascends. You can actually see how far you're going, and the ceiling to the room you guys were just in, it just travels. You guys couldn't even see the top of this elevator as it was going up. But after some time, you ascend into a whole new area. It is no longer dark. In fact, it is quite well lit. And before you, as the door enters, you are shown an expansive white room. The walls, ceiling, and floor are all tiled. Do you step into the room?
Yeah, I'll step in. Woo! This room is boring.
Yeah, step in.
I was just going to say that this was super suspicious.
I mean, what else are we going to do? Hide in the elevator?
I mean, clearly Wily's no decorator. What's up with the whole minimalist thing with evil guys, evil overlords?
They're too busy scheming to think about decorating.
Pathetic. I'd do both.
You're more talented than most.
As you guys are all discussing this and entering the room, you hear sort of a click, and then from the ceiling descends what seems to be some form of audio device. And then just across the way, the wall across from which you entered, 6 tiles light up. They are very, very large, approximately 5 by 5, and in each tile is a symbol. I'll go over them in just a second. A voice rings out. Hello there.
Hello.
What's up, you smarmy son of a bitch?
Wow.
Not the greeting I was expecting.
I like to
That's
keep them on
aggressive.
their toes.
I can respect that. Did you have fun traveling through our little research center?
I mean, it was kind of easy to get through it, but sure.
I won't have to do my Stairmaster when we get back home.
Good, good. You'll see before you 6 panels. Please choose whichever one suits your fancy best. We are here to test, after all, and the 4 of you will make perfect guinea pigs.
What are we testing?
You'll find out.
No, I need to know before.
After you say that, the elevator closes. Well, this is a robotics lab, and we have to do our testing in some way, shape, or form. And, well, you entertained us, so it's time for us to entertain you. Please choose, or one will be chosen. Apologies. One will be chosen for
Pathetic.
you.
What a loser.
Choosing.
Do you want
Choosing?
us to choose one,
I'm just kidding.
or do you want us to all choose one?
Choose one as a group, or one will be chosen for you.
All right, let's go with the middle one.
Question at a game. Am I able to get like a signal or anything in there?
So after you entered this room, it seems to
Did
be
it like cut
another.
off?
Yeah, it seems like another sealed off area from another sealed off
Shit.
area.
I knew that's what you were gonna say. Is
It
there
is-
any way I can get past it?
If
Or is
there
it sort of like the Faraday cage?
it's like a Faraday cage, and you can definitely eventually get past it. It's going to be incredibly difficult, and will most likely take all of your resources, and definitely time.
All right.
So not impossible. Nothing's impossible.
All right. I'm gonna wait to see what happens.
Sure.
But
yes.
I will actively be thinking about this while that's going on.
The audio device wedges itself away, and you see somewhat of a humming in the room. And we'll say the approximate dimensions of this room you guys are currently in is probably like a 30 by 30 perfect square. The 6 tiles in front of you are as follows. The first one is a blade. The second one is a lightning bolt. The next one is a block of ice, a flame, a somewhat cartoonishly bomb, and a fist.
I like Blade. We go Blade.
Sure, why not?
I mean, sure.
I've watched The Cube and I'm afraid.
We'll put it this way. We do in combat, obviously, so please get ready for a boss rush.
So I'm going to go press a button.
Correct. There is a panel at the back of the room in which you can place your hand against, and you know that when you do this, you are going to effectively activate whatever the thing is.
All right, so I press the button.
Ryder, as you walk across the room and place your hand against the bladed tile, it lights up like doo-doo-doo-doo. They all disappear back to completely white, and the room begins to vibrate ever so slightly.
So Wily, is this all you brought us here for? Is to challenge us?
Currently, you hear no response. The tiles themselves begin to change color and take on a very chromium vibe, almost as if the walls, ceiling, and floor are now entirely metal. From the center, one of the tiles opens, steam pours out, and in the middle of the room, you see a robot that is adorned in blades. A massive bladed mohawk, and both of its arms have 2 huge blades jutting out of it.
Love it.
Yes, I expect you to have fun, please. Thank you. Try not to die on the first one.
If it's a robot, I can hack into it.
Probably safe
I'm
from
gonna,
that, but
I'm gonna pull out my plasma blade. I'm just gonna bolt at this bot. And I'm
You're
gonna be like, "Oh, you want me to have fun? Okay." And then just like run at him and just like draw my blade.
All right, I'll go ahead and start his ass in the center. And like I mentioned, this is a currently perfectly square 30 by 30 room. We can indeed start with you, Mr. Ryder. Standard rules apply. I'm going to split all of these rooms into a 3 by 3 grid, just for ease of access. Bosses will have various mechanics and such. And please, do have fun. Positioning matters. Currently, it doesn't look like anything is going on. Like I said, walls are flat, ceiling's flat, ground's flat. It is sealed up. As you charge and swing, it goes to block. And this sounds like a very fight roll, if I've ever heard of one. So I wrote a macro to help me roll faster. Let's see if it's working. It is working! Yay! I can just push a button and it rolls automatically for me. Hoopla! You charge in, and you just barely leave a nick on one of its elbows as it goes to
I do get an extra one for the activate blade.
Are you doing that?
Si, senor.
Okay, so make sure you use a fate point for that. For you, Ryder, specifically, normally it only works for one scene, which is not one round, it's not one turn, it's for this whole fight. Because you're fighting dudes back to back to back to back, this is going to apply for all of the fights. So yes, you use one of your fate points, you click that bad boy. So basically, to reiterate, for the remainder of the scene, which will be this entire fight, anytime you fight, which is melee, and do any shifts of damage, you're going to do one extra shift of damage. So since you did one damage to him, you're going to do a second hit. So instead, I'll mark his second stress slot. So you do a little more, and he seems a little caught off by ooh, that blade's slightly stronger than I was expecting. What does the blade currently look like, Ryder? This is special.
Pretty much like a black bladed katana.
Is it energy or is it actually a blade?
Like you know how I have my plasma blade?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a plasma blade because it is a blade, but there's this dark essence glowing from it.
Alrighty, very cool. The first thing Mr. Bot will do is he will retaliate against you, Mr. Ryder. So to be clear, because it is a single enemy, every round he will take 2 turns. He will take one at technically at the beginning, in reaction to one of you, which is you, Ryder, and then one at the very end of the round. So I'm not going to unclick him till the end of the round. So the first one is he'll charge at you, Ryder, brandishing his blades and slashing up against you. You've entered the field of his specialty. All right, go ahead and defend with fight, my friend. Excellent. All right. With a very solid defense from Ryder, you only take 1 shift of damage, a 5 versus my 6. And you actually notice the robot kind of looks at you like, impressive. And as it does, it jumps backwards and sort of takes in its surroundings, looking at each of you. Ryder, who's next?
GG.
all right, it's metal, right? Dumb question.
He's super metal, yeah.
I want to throw some acid at him.
Okay. Alrighty. As you fire off acid at him, unfortunately he does succeed a 3 against your 2, and he's able to kind of zip off and dodge to the side. It sizzles against the ground. Remember, you can move 1 location per turn if you wish.
I'm okay staying far away.
Okay.
This thing has swords. I'm not good with swords.
Who's next, Gigi?
Aldris?
Is there anything in the room?
Currently, it is completely flat. It's as boring as you could possibly get.
Oh, wonderful. Can I try to it's made of metal, right?
He is made of metal, and the walls and everything seems to be metal? You're not entirely sure.
Can I try to magneto some of the metal off the walls to use for armor?
Yeah. To accomplish this, you're going to need to beat, beat a 3. Alrighty. And with a 4, who's his armor for?
Go with Nara. No.
Okay. You pull and pull on the ceiling. At first, I'll just not even sure if it is metal or not, but you look at it and you're like, damn, this is metal. And and it just kind of bends, and there seems to be more metal under it that looks exactly the same. Very strange, very odd, but all the same, you're able to kind of fling this over to Nara, and now it's rotating around her to help with defenses. Speaking of Nara, you're next.
You should have brought Meek. He can just lick everything.
Weren't you going to try hacking, Nara? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, can I rust it out or something so that it starts failing? Does that make sense?
I tried that with my acid. What skill are you gonna go for that?
Well, I meant like for its hinges and stuff.
That wouldn't normally be something that Nara would have access to, but if you squeeze out some of that Aldrich magic, you can definitely do that.
All right, I'll do that.
Alrighty. It is something you're invoking, so it also gives you a +2 on top of that. So this should be crafting, makes the most sense. Maybe you have some, bots, fly over and they, radiate some form of magic and maybe something else to accelerate time on his hinges to get them all rusty?
Yeah, my little drones.
All right, he will attempt to dodge this. Go ahead and roll. Alrighty, reminder, you did indeed roll a 5 there.
Woohoo.
Could be wrong.
That's a good success.
That's a very good success. Let me double check. Crafty Helper. So whenever you succeed with style using crafts to create an advantage, add 3 free invokes instead. So let me have that open so I can freaking see it. Okay.
Wow, I haven't gotten that in a while.
No, you have not.
I forgot that was a thing.
Wow, I tried writing Rusty Hinges and wrote Rusty Hingles.
Rusty Hingles.
Hingle Dingles. Okay, well, God, why'd I say that?
Don't make sure that you cut that out.
Make sure I definitely
when
don't.
You're
Keep it and just repeat it over and over. We just shame myself. Okay. It does move. It jumps. Attempts to dodge. But your bots are quicker. And you can sort of hear from a distance him kind of rusting up a little bit. And over the intercom you just hear, oh, most interesting.
I bet it sounds like squeaky brakes.
Very much so. And, well, being in the position it's currently in, it doesn't really very much like that. So, it will fly towards your group with an absurd speed. And as it does, it stands between all 3 of you, extending the blades on its arm, and it just begins to wildly spin between the 3 of you. Aldris, Georgiana, and Nara, I'm going to ask all 3 of you to dodge in any way that makes sense.
Can I leap at Nara and shove her out of the way while attempting to dodge myself?
You can, but remember you can use that as a reaction. So maybe wait for her to roll first.
Well, I know 2's not high enough.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right, Aldris with a 3.
Should I want me to roll Protect Love or just Athletics?
Unfortunately, you're also being targeted at the sack, so you need to roll to dodge first. And then, if you wish to defend her, what was the exact phrase? It was Protect Love, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you protect a loved one, gain +2 to your athletics roll due to your reckless nature for overcome and defend rolls. If you gain this, you gain aspect exposed 1. Okay, so go ahead and actually roll from Protect Love. So the first one is you're dodging him hitting you. The second one is basically you're pushing Nara out of the way. So question, Georgiana, do you want to push her into a different zone, or do you want to keep her where she is?
I would like to push her into a different zone. She's not really meant for hand-to-hand. Sorry, babe. The push is a little hard.
Fine. I'm used to it.
Wow, I don't know how I feel about that response.
I got bullied a lot when I was younger.
Oh, yeah, you kind of a nerd. Sorry.
Wow.
It's all right.
Anyway.
I like nerds.
Who doesn't? They're delicious. Actually, they're a little too sweet for me for my entire
I'm sorry, pause. Are you
Yes.
trying to tell me that you're a cannibal?
Moving on. So, as the bot rushes in, brandishing its blades and swirling with a storm between the 3 of you, Georgiana, you're able to push your friend out of the way. She'll completely avoid this damage. We will indeed add exposed to you.
Thank you.
A wink.
Sorry you're exposed. But
I mean, that very much fits Georgiana.
thanks for saving me.
So in terms of damage, that 4 is not split. It is a raw 4 to all 3 of you. So, Aldris,
Nice.
Oh, good.
yes, Aldris, that is 1 damage for you. Nara, you completely avoided it. And Gigi, technically you failed 2 times, so it's 2 shifts of damage. You can throw that in however you want. Just 1 and 1. Alrighty, Nara, you went last. Who is next? As you're pushed off to the side.
Ryder.
What
I'm
say
gonna
you, good
shoot him
sir?
with my gun.
Getting shooty, okay. Not a very good dodge, that one. Do you wish to use Rusty Hinges to increase that damage?
Yeah.
Alrighty, that is going to be a 5 versus my 1, which is 4 shifts of damage. Oof, that is not very good. Alrighty. And early on, the Blade Bot's going to take a pretty heavy blow. We'll say he's looking to move towards Georgiana. In fact, he's probably dashing towards you, seeing, how dare you help your friend in that way? Let me reintroduce you to said blades. You shoot him in the ass, though, Ryder, and he kind of pauses for a second looking at you, but no, Georgiana looks like the tastier treat. So, For his first turn, he's going to charge at you, Georgiana. So he is a rusty boy. You also have exposed.
All right, I'll use the rusty hinges.
I will go ahead and use exposed. So rather than being a lot of damage, it's just a pretty normal amount of damage. That is 3 shifts of damage, Georgiana, as you're just barely able to dodge this out of the way. The blade rakes up against the wall, and you guys hear a loud screeching sound as she just barely dodges. Ryder, who's next?
GG.
Did you go?
Sticky.
The classic.
The classic.
You can't go wrong with making a boy sticky.
Okay, remind me, does he have legs or wheels?
He looks just like you. He's got legs, he's got arms, and a blade mohawk.
I'm going to go for his knees.
Wow. Wow, looks like you're going to succeed in that one. If you wish to use rusty hinges, you'll succeed by more than 3, and you'll actually add 2 stacks of sticky if you wish.
Done.
All right, done it is. I don't know why I did that. I could have just freaking renamed it. Because I love being efficient. So whenever you succeed with style on create an advantage, you get to create an aspect with 2 free invokes. But you have indeed slowed him down just a wee bit, and he's not really a huge fan of that. Gigi, who's next?
Aldris?
I don't like being in the same area as Bladebot.
I don't either.
Go down here.
Okay. 2 you kind of piece out, and it's splitting its tension trying to remember where to go next.
Can I it's like the Hero Academia guy that just makes things like liquidy, kind of. Like turn the floor temporarily into like a liquid to try and get him stuck for a second.
We're doubling down on sticky then.
Pretty much.
Oh man, this poor guy.
Making him sink into the floor a little bit.
Sure, yeah.
Try to immobilize him, keep him there.
I'm down with that. All right, well, he definitely is not able to dodge that one. We'll just call it sunken floor. It'll just be literal. So he's both sticky and also sunk in the floor. He's trying to move, but to no avail, as the ground around him begins to warp. And once again, over the intercom, you hear a, oh.
I don't like that. I don't like that guy. Can I turn off the...
Turn off the cameras. Turn off the intercom.
Yeah, can I turn off the intercom?
You can attempt to, but it's rough. This is their base, yeah.
I would like to give a boost to Georgiana.
All right, what kind of boost are you shooting for?
She had originally tried that acid, was it?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Is there any way I could make it more effective?
You can either hypercharge her gun or hypercharge her ammo. Ammo would make it more effective, but the gun would make the aim better.
I will hypercharge the ammo.
Sure. Go ahead and just roll crafts. Or hack, I guess. Either's fine. They're both messing with your friends. Gotta beat a 2.
Let's knock on wood. Nope. I'm going to use a fate point to bump that up to...
You want to re-roll or bump it up? You rolled a -3. That's about as bad as you could roll.
All right, I'll re-roll.
Hey, that gave you a +3 instead.
Nice.
All right, so you need to beat a 2. You did indeed beat a 2. And we'll say what, hypercharged gun or ammo?
Hypercharged ammo. I trust in Georgiana's aim.
Do you?
But
I do.
trust in her aim?
That's the real question.
I believe in you, baby.
Ooh, I trust my aim. Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Bladebot cannot move, and Bladebot is very annoyed by this. Because of that, he will grab his massive mohawk, huck it back, and he will throw it into Area 3, and it will boomerang past Georgiana and Nara. This is a split AoE attack, so the 2 of you, please roll to dodge.
Oh my god. Okay. We're not dodging a 7.
It's a split AoE attack.
It's split, I believe.
Good luck, Rip.
Ooh,
Alrighty.
that's the coolest I've ever looked.
That is a 6. Okay, I'll split it evenly down between the 2 of you. I'll throw 4 at Georgiana, 3 at Nara. It does nothing against Nara. Georgiana, take 1 shift of harm. If you want, unless you want to use sticky mans or something, you can definitely do that to effectively null the attack entirely.
I was gonna say if you're gonna use one, use the stuck in the floor one.
Except that, no, the sticky and the sunken floor can be both triggered together, right?
Oh, true.
Yeah, so I'll take a sticky.
As he goes to throw, maybe his arm gets stuck just a wee bit, Georgiana, and that gives you just enough time to move out of the way. So you completely dodge. Nara, though, you defended with style, I believe. We don't do that very often. When you do that... No one does, really. When you succeed with style, you get a boost. What kind of boost would you like, Nara? These are usually very generic, like, fast on your feet, because they only work once.
Actually, fast on your feet sounds good.
All right, with a quick dodge, Nara instantly get out of the way. And Nara, who is next? Neither of you take any damage. Congratulations.
GG.
All right, G.
I'm gonna do another acid grenade.
Okay, is this advantage or damage?
You know what? I'll do damage.
Alrighty, we're burning this boy.
Shoot, because I'm tossing it, right?
Correct. Ooh, a 5 against my 2.
Ooh.
This is not going to go well for me.
Use everything.
Use everything. That brings you to what exactly?
7, 9, 11.
Alrighty, an 11 versus my 2. That's not great. That's not great at all. Should I use one of the steam fate points to reroll and eat some of that, or do I just explode here? Dear God, that's so much damage. Can I even take hold of? Can I even take that?
I hope not.
All right, you know what? I literally can't take that. All right, with your acid bomb, Georgiana, how are we dispatching Bladebot?
I'm gonna do a super sexy professional baseball windup and just lob it right at his chest,
Okay.
and it splatters everywhere.
And as you do, it just sinks into him, and he's already sinking into the floor. You're probably like focusing on this to make sure he can't go anywhere. It all triggers at once. Your hypercharged ammo shoots way more acid than you were anticipating, and it just absolutely covers this thing. It is slicing and slicing at the air, attempting to block as much as it possibly can, and it just sizzles. And here over the intercom, ooh, was not expecting that. Quite impressive, Georgiana.
Neither was I. Woohoo!
I knew you had it in you the whole time.
You know what, baby?
I'm not like that loser on the intercom there.
Wow. I mean, you're not wrong, but wow.
I love a cheap shot.
Oh my God.
Alrighty, and with that, we're still in the same conflict, but we get a breather, so I'm going to go ahead and clear all your guys' physical stress. And after a pause, it says, please feel free to correct yourselves, and then you may choose your next target.
We should totally do bomb. That'll go well.
By the way, the body of the bot is still there.
Can I grab some of the parts?
You may.
Do we know if we have to verse every single door, or
If things keep going the way they
I think
are,
we might have to.
yes.
I vote ice next.
what?
Iced.
I was thinking ice or fist. Watch
Sorry.
fist be the hardest one.
Sorry, Megan. Go ahead.
It's okay. I just want to take a bunch of parts from the robot so that I can use it for crafting later on.
As you start kind of poking around with this bot, you're noticing an interesting response from your datapad. The initial response that you see, Nara, it's seemingly giving you more information than you're anticipating. You definitely didn't ask for this. For some weird reason, it's like depositing information, good information, weaknesses and such, into your datapad.
Like weaknesses for what the robot was? Just weaknesses in general.
For this one specifically, for whatever reason, it held a negative affinity for fire. As you
robot did?
This one, the dead one did, yes. It is now gone and buried, but some of its data is transferred over to you, and it essentially gives you an algorithm that tells you, if you wish, Nara, you may use the spare dead parts from this bot one time, but it'll be incredibly effective as long as you use it against the appropriate target.
How?
They have weaknesses.
Yeah, and this one here will basically allow you to utilize it against one of the enemies. Your bots know the exact configuration to deal the absolute most amount of damage, but it can only be used one time.
It can only be used against the other item that has what it has a strength towards?
It can be used against any of the enemies you're going to fight in this room.
Understood.
Okay, so GG.
Yeah.
We're gonna play rock, paper, scissors for which one we go with.
Okay.
So I'm going for fist. You want block of ice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in chat, type rock, paper, or scissors, and when I say go, we'll press enter at the same time. Ready?
Yep.
Go.
Paper,
All right,
paper.
ready? And go.
Aha.
Shit.
Ice it
Block of
is.
ice it is.
All right, you want the ice one?
Block of ice.
Yeah, I'll go over there and smash the ice block. if the blade one was weak to fire, how much of the ice is actually not weak to fire, even though it
Was
should
he
be?
weak to fire or was he weak to corroding? Because that's what you guys mostly used.
He said fire and physical damage.
The data you're getting, Nara, it's not just fire. It's not just physical damage. It is extreme fire, like the hottest of heats. Regular heat,
Like rocket launcher type heat.
Something crazy hot, yeah. Like you get the feeling if you just shot a fireball at this thing, it would have just kind of it would have done normal damage basically. But for whatever reason, in its schematics, there's a threshold that for whatever reason he couldn't surpass.
This is literally a boss battle.
Yes, boss rush.
Hey,
all right.
Blind flaw.
Hey, Aldris.
Wait, I'm sorry.
You know what's good against ice other than fire? And you know how you can use magic and summon stuff?
Uh-huh.
Use salt.
Salt?
That's a good idea.
Can I summon salt? I don't know if I've summoned salt before.
You can do it, I believe.
We should probably smash that button before though. We should probably see what comes in.
Press it, GG.
I did it.
All right, GG presses the button, and during this downtime, all of the metal panels turned right back to the standard, wonderfully boring white ones. You notice Aldris that the ceiling is not peeled away. The metal bits are still floating around Nara. The middle, once again, clicks open, and this time a cold air begins to fill the room. And let me remove Bladebot, because he's dead, and we'll add Blightbot. This one is relatively similar in design. It's also bipedal. It is approximately, it's about half a foot taller than most of you. It's very, very bulky. Looking around the room, it has a crown of ice. Its shoulders have spiked ice. And rather than having two fists, it has one, and then a hole where the other fist should be. Presumably where it's probably going to launch shit at you guys. Georgiana, considering you went last, who would you like to go next?
Nara, baby, give one of us an upgrade, please.
All right, Nara, as you see this thing ascendio from the center, all of the white blocks begin to turn into jagged ice, and the ground below you begins to get a little bit slippery. You think you'll be okay, but it's definitely a little rough. And
GG,
Yeah?
don't touch it.
Am I going to freeze to it like...
Stay away. Everybody stay away from the bot as much as possible.
It's all right. I have a
So
fire
it's
launcher.
got dagger ice? Why blight? Is it poisonous?
blight is a very loose synonym of frost and things freezing over.
Oh, God.
I
I was
think it's
definitely
very
thinking
loose.
blight as in like a plague.
Yeah, so
Whoa. Definitely not a swarm of locusts here.
to be clear with this one, it's a frost pun, but a loose one. I was going for alliteration for all these. They all have BB, so this one's the loosest one. I apologize.
No, that makes sense. Could I give Aldris a boost?
What kind of boost would you like to give him?
Can I? I don't know, but I want to call it Salt Shaker.
I love it.
I don't know what that means, but I like it. So you do have a bunch of fun techno shit on you, Nara. You were able to make a compound that melted down that ooze from the living planet a while back. Maybe you can give Aldris something that makes it easier for him to make salt?
Yeah, I can do that.
And you want to call it Salt Shaker?
Yeah, I just want to call it Salt Shaker.
All right, we need to beat a 2.
Damn.
You done did it. All right, when you succeed with style using crafts to create an advantage, add 3 free invokes instead.
Bitchin'.
Do you wish to continue standing there, Nara?
No, I'm going to backpedal
Okay.
into area 3.
You move northward, away from the blade bot. The new one, Blightbot, begins to look around the room, and it's checking its surroundings. It kind of goes, okay. How about... Oh, this seems like a good idea. It raises its fist, jumping, and then it slams into the ground. And as it does, a T-shaped wave of ice shoots northward, southward, eastward, and westward from its current location.
Oof.
Georgiana and Ryder, please roll me athletics to dodge. Alrighty, this is not split damage. It is a 5 against a 2 and a 3. Unless you wish to invoke a fate point, that is 3 shifts of harm to Georgiana and 2 to Ryder.
Take it.
Okay. As a reminder, between each battle, all your stress will go away. Alrighty, Nara, who's next?
Aldris.
Alright, Aldris, what you got, bud?
Oh boy. So what does the bot look like again? Like, is it made of ice or is it just like a normal bot?
It is a normal bot, and has ice armor effectively. And it looks like it's slowly freezing over, but in a good way.
Oh, then I'm gonna go for the good old salt strat, because that's what we wanted to go for.
Alrighty.
I don't know, try to summon salt above it and just rain it down on its head. Never summoned salt before, so I'm expecting to roll low.
I believe in you.
I'm okay at summoning salt, apparently, but not good enough.
Dear God. Okay, I rolled a 7 against your 3. That is a success with style on a defend, meaning I will gain a boost. I'll give myself slippery. All right, he's easily able to dodge your assault, and looking towards you, Aldous, you kind of get a look of like, what's he thinking? Ryder.
Don't look at me.
I'm just gonna shoot him.
Sounds fair.
That's what he gets anyways.
Hey, look.
Bang!
Now you get to roll super well. All right, a 7 against my 4. That is
Out on these streets, Blight Bot, you don't know who you messing with. Blah!
that is 3 shifts of damage as you pepper the blight bot. And my friend, you also receive a boost. What would you like? Enhanced aim or something like that?
Sure, let's go with that.
Very nice.
Sharpshooter.
Hell yeah. End of the round, the blight bot will look about and it's thinking like, who needs to get absolutely bamboozled by me? I'm not entirely sure, but, well, let's go
Not
with this orientation, as you say, not me. It kind of spins a bit, and its shoulders grow spiky as it jumps up in the air. Then rather than slamming with its fist, its shoulders like shoot out and the ground ripples as ice this time shoots in an X shape, hitting area 1, 3, 7, and 9.
You did that on yourself.
Nara and Aldris, please roll to dodge. Also, you can use Salt Shaker to defend yourself, of course. Hey, nice.
I'll trigger to
Alrighty.
look at the ice around him.
Nara, you have metal armor and also boost. This is not split. It's just straight up 7 damage to both of you. So it's only 1 damage to Aldris, unless you want to block it anyway. That'll be 4 to you, Nara, unless you use your metal armor and boost. Totally up to you.
All right, I'm going to use metal armor.
Okay.
And then
Alrighty.
I'll take 2 shifts of damage.
Indeed, you slightly dodge out of the way,
All right.
and the metal armor that Aldris granted you is able to block most of it. So you take 2, Aldris takes 1. Who went last? Ryder, I believe. Who's next?
Aldris, go! He needs to redeem himself for that salt shaker incident.
Wow. So what you're telling me is do more salt?
Yes.
More salt, sir!
Look, I
This
got...
guy looks so dumb. I'm just summoning salt on its head.
I think that's fine.
I'm gonna call you Chef Aldris.
You know what? I'm gonna do just like a giant block of salt, and I'm just gonna throw it at him.
All right, that is indeed more acceptable. Are we adding to the juice with Salt Shaker?
Sure, why not?
All right, that brings you up to a 6 versus my 3. Was this damage, or are you aspecting?
Basically trying to remove some of his armor.
Okay, cool. We'll say salted armor. And that's a success with style. So it's 2 stacks of salty armor. All right, he's unable to dodge. Probably not entirely sure what you're doing as you drop a giant block of ice on his head. It crashes into him, and you can see the ice beginning to sizzle ever so slightly. If you wish to move, Mr. Birdman.
I'll move into area 6, I guess.
Are you walking or flying?
Flying is probably faster and easier for me, so probably flying.
Okay. You go to kind of kick off, and you realize the ground is really slippery. So a good thing you can fly, and you land in area 6 unharmed. Who's next?
Oh, good. Can I choose anyone? Or
Yeah.
just GG.
I want to suck on some cinnamon.
Don't we all?
All right, if I'm going to use this flamethrower, do I need to get within melee range? Because it is a flamethrower.
You can always shoot from one range away.
I'm gonna flamethrow. Wow.
Not great.
Not great at all.
A 2
GG,
versus
we're gonna
my
have
4.
we're gonna have a talk later about your performance.
This looks like a reroll. That's 2 negatives. Reroll.
Alrighty, that's now a 6 versus my 4. Was this
Um,
intended for damage, or are you trying to melt me?
Trying to melt. Can I also use some salted armor?
I will counteract by using Slippery, but that is still indeed a normal success. So, Melty with 1 stack. His armor is not looking so good as you guys are trying to assault it.
Good one, Hub.
Thank you. And after that, he's going to once again...
Oh, sorry, I was late on that.
Yes, assault it.
And this time, another sequel. Why the hell not? Gathering the ice around him, the Blightbot strikes the floor again, and Again, in a T-shaped pattern, Georgiana, Aldris, and Ryder, if you could go ahead and roll me, Dodgerinos.
Oh, we're never going to survive an 8. Oh, come on. God, please.
I will.
As he rolls a 6.
Oh no.
Alrighty, remember, you can use...
Can I use a feint point to make it malfunction?
So in Fate, you can't reduce anyone's roll, but you can obviously use Melty, Salted Armor, Aldris Magic, or your own Fate points to increase your roll by 2, or reroll. Your choice.
Gigi really said,
there's no
can I
point.
use a fate point to tell him to fuck off?
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
What? I thought those were the rules. Can I do that just because you've never done it?
You can't subtract anyone's rolls. I can't subtract your rolls. That's kind of like a hard rule of Fate. But you can always increase your own.
You monster. All right, so I'm taking 7 damage. Okay, how's this going to work?
Oh, well, if you wish to use any of the invokes, that will reduce it, of course, because that can increase your roll. Otherwise, yeah, you take 7 shifts of damage, which would be... Oh, that sucks. That's not... Oh my god. Oh, shit. I would recommend using one of the debuffs, so you only take, 5?
I will re-roll mine with a fate point, actually.
There we go. All right, so that's only 4 shifts. That is much better. So 4 shifts to Aldris. Yeah, if you want to use Melted Armor or Salty, Georgiana, that will definitely help you.
I'll use a feint point.
So that'll be 5 shifts, which is a minor consequence, and 1 physical stress.
Frostbite.
Pretty much, yeah. As it just blasts out, it strikes in all directions. Most of you dodge, but unfortunately, Gigi's unable to do so, and she's knocked back against the wall.
Don't like the cold.
In this one game only.
Gigi has
This
blood
game
come out
only.
of her mouth. She's battered.
Bruised but not defeated. All right.
I'll
Who's
kill
next?
him.
That was very Batman there.
See, Gigi, this is what happens when you wanted the block of ice one.
Yeah, my bad.
Indeed. Gigi, who's next?
Nara. Boost someone else.
All right,
Got
okay.
Take
it.
revenge. Either one works.
I will give him a boost called Icebreaker.
So give me some ice piercing rounds.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm done with that.
I mean, it's not so much the piercing as it is like a mild explosion from within, you know?
I dig. All right, go ahead and roll me some craft. Alrighty, drop the Icebreaker. On Ryder, as you feel your weapon empowered, you are indeed next, sir. What do you do?
I'm going to punch it.
Of course.
As you do.
Yeah. I'm
Just
going to walk
kidding.
up and
I'm
slap
going to
him.
shoot away.
So anyway, I started blasting.
I'm going to use Icebreaker and Sharp Aim
Okay, are you using Melty and Salted Armor?
and Melty, question mark.
Plus
The
4.
whole shabam.
Yeah, that's plus 4 more. That brings you up to 12 shifts of damage against my 4, which is a total of how much damage?
8.
Yeah, say, you can't do the math, you don't get the damage.
I don't know numbers.
Oh no.
27?
I'm just good at killing things. I don't know numbers.
As you just start blasting,
There I was, blasted.
his armor begins to just crack and shatter. And I take that? Let's find out. Dear God. Okay, he is, basically everything is full except for like one final stress box.
So close.
The ice armor just like erupts as you just... And we'll say one of the arms actually comes off just entirely. It goes flying. It goes to catch it, but it's unable to do so. You see its crown kind of
Can I
crack.
catch it?
One of its arms?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. We'll say it goes flying perfectly. Your angle, Nara, and your little bots that help you like. They go
It's almost
snatch
in
up and catch it.
hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
Almost like it meant to be.
Almost. Alrighty, and with that, it very much sees it's on its last leg and will look directly to you, Ryder. It'll actually slide toward you.
Go away.
And it says hello as it still has its blaster left. It opens and a giant spear of ice is revealed as it basically goes to try to pin you against the back wall.
Wait, can I throw the
no.
arm at it?
I mean, on your
I
turn,
want to
yeah.
try to intercept it, though.
You will not pin me, you infidel.
Fortunately, you don't need to. As it goes flying past you, Ryder, you easily dodge and
Beautiful.
it sticks into the wall. The icy aura it used to have is not affecting you, as you guys have cooled it down quite a bit.
You mean heated it up, right?
Yes, exactly. Cool down its intensity.
All right. That makes
Ryder,
sense.
who's next?
Gigi, get your revenge and finish this bot once and for all!
No, right?
All right, G.
That was loud.
Flamethrower!
Are you trying to throw flame, but it rolls and dips out of the way, a 3 against a 5.
Gigi, you're killing my epic moment right there.
Yeah, I don't want to use
Your
my
epic
last,
moment.
I don't want to use my last fate point. All right, I'll whiff. My hands are a little shaky because I'm so cold.
Fair enough. Who's next?
Aldris.
I mean, if we're just trying to kill it, I'm just gonna throw a fireball at it and hope.
Away!
Casual fireball. I have to move down to area 9, don't I?
As the bird.
Fly my
do.
way over because it's slippery. Just throw a good old fireball at him and roll terror.
Oh, on that.
Listen, again, we're gonna have to talk about your performance actions after.
Swear to God.
On that note, Georgiana, if you could roll me. Oh man, what did I need to? Roll me athletics.
Are you making me roll?
Okay. As you went to roll over to shoot Mr. Blightbot with your flamethrower, your aim was thrown off because the ground is really damn slippery. You went to stop it but were unable to do so, and you just kept on sliding, and you ended up in area 6.
Well, that would explain why I missed.
The bot is currently being blasted, but as it currently doesn't really wish to move, it's going to once again strike at melee range against you, Ryder. Please dodge again.
Oh no.
How about no? How about no?
Oh my god! All right, he wasn't kidding.
What's good?
Oh,
What's good?
that's so
I'm Ryder,
good.
boy. You can't mess with me.
Holy shit! A 7 versus my
Our captain's showing how it's done.
yeah, clearly
Go, Captain.
an 8 against my 7. My god. Okay, this bot's just being made a fool. Someone please put it out of its misery. Who is
I'm
next?
just kidding.
Mr. Bird.
You know what? I believe in Nara.
Oh no! Rolls a 1.
Can she move 2 slots and still hit?
So she'll try to move to area 6, but because it's so slippery, if she wishes to go with the flow, she'll just slide right on over to area 9.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what I'm gonna do.
They're just gonna slide over to me.
How's Blightbot looking?
Shit.
I want to blow him up.
Go for it.
I'm gonna toss a little bomb over there.
I roll a 4 to defend. Apparently he's just not allowed to die. A 4 against...
Actually,
Yes.
Aldris was really believing in me here, so I'm just gonna give myself a +2 with the fate points.
You want to use your boost?
Can boost work for that?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're 4.
let's use it.
Alrighty, that will indeed increase you to a 5 against my 4, and that will be the very last hit
Bam.
of dip that he can take. How does he go down, Nara?
Does he have a mouth?
Theoretically, yes.
All right, so while I'm slipping and sliding, so bad at describing action scenes, I'm sliding towards him and I lob a hand grenade into his mouth and then screech to a halt.
I thought you
And I'm like,
screech something specific.
cover your ears.
So you screech to a halt, then you screech, cover your ears.
Yeah.
Excellent. He slashes out at you, Ryder. As you expertly dodge, you hear Nara say, cover your ears! Dodging
like
out of the
that.
way, as maybe you announce your attack with this, Nara, and he turns to you like, "Hus what?" And then mouth agape, because his jaw's broken and he cannot close it even if he wished to. Nade goes in, head goes off, ice and just parts go flying everywhere. Second bot dispatched.
Can I do the same thing with that bot that I did with the other one, or is this one too destroyed?
Indeed, you very much can. And with this, there's a core, there's something within its blaster that'll basically allow you to utilize one incredibly powerful ice attack against an enemy. I will leave their bodies in the field to symbolize that they're still usable.
All right.
The room begins to cool down. The ice, as if it was never there, doesn't even leave water behind. And the walls are once again white. Impressive. Most impressive. Please
Bye.
do
I mean,
something.
really, what did you expect?
Who's next? Aldris, do you pick what one goes next? Seems like we're taking turns.
I don't know if you want me to pick.
It couldn't be worse than Block of Ice.
Oh,
gonna pick bomb.
don't say that.
Just run over and hit bomb.
No!
Let's go with fist. That's what we were going to do in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm
No
just
bomb.
flying over as fast as I can, hitting bomb.
I'll just no bomb. Fist. Slap his hand. Winged fist.
What is next to fist?
We just had Gigi blow up in a frostiness of whatever. I think we need to settle on the bombs for now.
Bomb is next to fist. Do it. It's there. It wants to be
I will act like I'm going for fist and then just, hit bomb.
Fine, press bomb. Let's get it out of the way.
Like, of course. Oops.
Oh no, I'm falling over.
As you press the button, you receive a doot, doot, doot. The wall turns white again. The area begins to sort of shake. More of these squares in the floor actually open. Along with the bomb bot moving upwards, it looks as if dilapidated Sato buildings are also being moved upward as well. As you guys look around, it almost as if it appears like you're in a battlefield of some variety. There are dilapidated buildings, turned over cars,
Was this a fucking tank?
and with a little bit of flare and some slight explosions.
I'm looking at Aldous and I'm glaring at him.
Coming from the middle, smoke and smog begin to billow out of this hole, and out rises the bomb bot. This one here has a line of bombs, X crossed over its chest. Its head is a kind of strange, cartoony-ish looking bomb, and it has very long fingers and rather large hands. And
I'm just
actually,
imagining like metal music playing while this is coming out.
yeah, as it's coming up, it actually has 4 arms for quick grabbins.
Oh my god.
And looks around the arena. We actually ended on Ryder, so my friend, it will be your turn first.
Well, I'm going to shoot him in the X because he put a target on his chest.
I mean, what else are you going to do, honestly?
As you do.
Yeah, seriously.
As they were popping up and he was coming out, I'm going to run into one of the buildings to being some sort of cover.
Get to shooting my dude. Holy shit.
I told you, I'm blasting.
All right,
Do you know
I'm
who I
actually...
am?
I'm
Do
going to
be
use
blasting.
one of my scene fate points to reroll that.
No, you don't. You don't
All
need
right.
to use any. See, you didn't need to even do that.
Little better. As a 7 against my 4, you still succeed the style, my friend, and we'll give it to you again. Boost, sharp aim.
Si, senor.
All right, right out the gate, surprising absolutely no one, is your boy with the damage, as per usual. All right, you blast it in the chest, and it quickly turns to look at you, Ryder. Before it's able to dash towards you, who's next?
Aldous, since he wanted bomb guy.
Quick question: what can I do with salt shaker now?
I don't know. If you can think of a weird way of using it, you're more than welcome to do so.
Oh boy, I'm gonna ignore the salt shaker for now. You said there's like broken down cars.
Oh yeah, there's like metal shit everywhere.
I will speed disassemble one of them and then just throw it at him and try to like weigh him down.
Sounds good. Go for it.
Just trying to slow him down a bit.
Is there multiple cars like everywhere?
Yes.
Hey, Nara, I have a plan.
Hit me. What do you need?
See that car near you?
Yeah.
I need you to get it running. And once it's running, tell me you're good. And then I'll go about my plan.
All right. You got it, buddy. Captain, sorry. Well, that was a little too informal for us.
Captain Buddy. Looking about, you seem to be its current focus, Mr. Ryder, and it quickly just like prepares a wonderful little collection of bombs for you as it hucks them in your general direction. They erupt.
Shoot him out of the sky!
They erupt, just shooting debris everywhere. And everyone in... So this is going to also be a T-shape, but it's not going to go all the way. So it's going to be area 8, 9, 7, and obviously where he currently is, but he's not going to hurt himself. So, Nara and Ryder both roll me to dodge. Do we wish to boost in any way, shape, or form?
Can I use my sharp aim to shoot some of them out of the sky?
I would have said no, but because of how you phrase that, I like that, yes.
Cool.
Normally that would be offensive, but I love the idea of shooting some out of the sky to, like, dampen the blow a bit. And with that, that is 6 against a 3 and against a 2. So, Ryder, take 3. Nara, take 4 shifts of damage. The force of the explosion shoots you guys backwards from the point of the impact. Nara, you're already as far as you can go, so you just hit the wall. Ryder, though, you're knocked over into a side area.
How far away am I from the car?
You can easily crawl back over to another one. It's just you're shot over to a separate area.
All right.
Alrighty. And with that... Aldous, who's next?
Gigi.
Can I wait for when he pulls open his chest to throw in a flammable sticky bomb?
You definitely can, yeah.
I'm hoping to set off a chain reaction, maybe? I don't know.
Okay, are you going for damage or advantage?
Probably damage.
Roll me shoot. Alrighty, we'll say you're able to sneak something in. It gets close, but not as close as you're shooting for. Fortunately, it does explode in front of him. He'll take 1 shift of damage and look around as someone's trying to throw shit in my hole. Who's next, Gigi?
Nara.
Slide over to wherever that car is so I can start hot wiring it or whatever Captain wants me to do.
It is so horribly dilapidated that your crafty little boys can probably do what you're thinking of doing to it, but traditional hot wiring obviously ain't going to work here.
Well, yeah, but, we're living in the future.
Yes, we are. What's your intent after you turn it on? Remember that everything here disappears when the fight's over, and there's not really much room to drive around.
So I don't know what I need to do with it because Ryder just said, when you've got it turned on, let me know, and we'll finish.
All right. Well, if that's what you're shooting for, just roll me crafts. If you can beat a 2, it'll be up and running in whatever way you need it to be. You done did it. Okay, you succeeded with style, my friend. And as that is an overcome, I'll give you a boost. Just tech mastermind. All right, you're on a roll. Things just flow perfectly for you, Nara. You also just have, there's just a car here now.
I said, Ryder, your move.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
All right, I'll add working car to this area here. There's a working car in this corner. I don't know why, but there is. Nara, who's next? Oh, Ryder, duh. All right, Ryder, die. Let's do this.
Run to the car.
All right, to run to the car, you're going to need to overcome roll. So either use your action.
I already ran over there. Too bad. So sad.
I moved my token too quick. You didn't get to save fast enough. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
nerd.
I moved my token quicker, idiot. All right, so you need to beat a 2 on athletics to run there faster. And if you don't, you won't not get there, but there will be a slight downside. You beat it. Good job. You got a 4. Okay,
so what happened?
You won, and you're able to quickly vault over. Parkour? You just kind of parkour over?
Parkour.
Popcorn?
Popcorn.
So you're able to move over to this working car, question mark.
So it's running, correct?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm going to pop the hood, and I'm going to slap one of my bombs inside of it, and I'm going to close the hood, and then I'm going to hop inside the car, and I'm going to floor it at the bomb bot.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I'm going to give Nara the remote to the bomb, and I'm going to drive it around, and when I tell her ready, and she on her turn can press the button, then I'll jump out.
You got it, buddy.
Captain
Buddy, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Reprimanded.
What are you gonna do? Dock my pay?
Yes.
What are you gonna do? Make me not fix your ship all the time?
I'm gonna take away your iPad privileges.
You wouldn't. I have my games on there.
Don't worry, I'll sneak it to you.
Beautiful. Plan locked in.
Also,
okay. All right, so I'm gonna start driving quickly towards him, but not like gonna smash into him yet.
And wonderfully for him, y'all stacked up for damage. Thank you. He appreciates it. So he...
It's a good thing I'm over here.
It's a good thing you're over there. Yeah, smart. The holes in his chest open once again, and he just like... his hands just go crazy, picking up bombs, just hurtling them at Area 9. And they just pepper the area, exploding. And they'll also affect Area 6. So Georgiana, Ryder, and Nara, please dodge for me. Ryder, I'll say you dodge with athletics or, well, pilot, but it's the same roll, still +3. And that is in order to, well, obviously not lose the car. So that is a 5 against the 3 of you. So Ryder, that's 2 shifts of damage, and then 1 for each of them. I'll say you rolled high enough, Ryder, that you're able to stay in the car. But Nara, you're knocked over 1 area. Because you're in something so large, Ryder, and because you're tanking the hit, you get to stay where you are. Georgiana, though, you were knocked away 1 area.
My go word was ready, right? Right.
Yes.
I yell ready, and then I press the button.
When the bombs went off, could I have like been driving at him, and then the bombs hurt me, but I kind of like drove through it, like the fire hurt me?
Definitely, yeah. So you're keeping the car. You basically, Ryder, you took the hit to not sacrifice the car, so you can ram it into him.
Okay, cool. I'll say go and then jump out of the car.
All right, yeah. Nara, are you boosting Ryder in any way to help him get the car there quicker? You clearing the way? You do anything? The path is perilous. You can clear the way using your bots to help him.
Sure, I'll do that.
Craft makes the most sense. Your little bots can help. You just need to beat a 2.
Oof.
You do have
Sucks to be you, Captain.
You have Tech Mastermind.
Oh, yes, sure.
Alrighty. That'll bring you up to a 3. I assume you want Ryder to go next.
Yeah, sorry guys. This is the Nara Ryder show.
Go ahead.
They're working on a combo. All right, Ryder, what you got, bud?
Okay, I'm gonna just run it into him.
All right, that is a pilot roll. Go for it. Alrighty, completely sacrifice the car will give you a +4. Is that what you want to do?
See.
All right, that brings you up to a 9. I am surrounded by metal. If you want to use that, brings you up to an 11.
Sure.
I'll definitely use Bomby to, reduce that to the best of my ability, which brings me up to a 6, which is 5 shifts of damage. That hurts. Ow. Alrighty, so I get 1 mild
Why not?
consequence and a physical, because it hurt my skin, 4 physical stress, and the 2 slot on the mild consequence. He shoots bombs at the ground to jump out of the way, Ryder, but all this does is help jettison him, and you slam into him with the car. He's not able to move in time, and he just goes hurtling. We'll shoot him up an area, and he just gets, hucked across the room. You're going to end up over here because you had to drive the car, and he just goes flying and bounces off the back and clearly took a little too much damage. Not very happy about that whole situation there.
I'm gonna give Nara an air high five.
I return it.
All right, and looking towards you all, it'll once again prepare a slew of bombs and fling them into Area 5. Ryder, Nara, and Aldris, please roll to dodge. So, Nara, a tie on a defense, I do believe, gives you a boost.
Let's call it fancy feet.
Alrighty, so that is 1 shift of damage to LeBird, and 4 to Ryder, unless you wish to re-roll, fate point, something, up to you.
No, I'm good.
Alrighty. He wants to knock you over yonder. Aldris, you're fine, you get knocked into the wall, and Nara, you're fine, you also get knocked. No, you dodged entirely. No damage to you whatsoever.
You're damn right.
All right. Mr. Ryder, who is next?
GG.
Marshmallow.
You've done a pretty good job hiding up until this point. Sticky situation?
Yeah. All over where he gets the bombs from.
Gross. He hates it.
He should.
Alright, he's now covered in goo. Aldris.
To be honest, I just kind of want to throw more cars at him.
I mean, there's plenty to throw at him. He gave them to you. Like a fool.
The idea of just throwing cars at him is fun, so I'm going to keep throwing cars at him, as you do.
Ooh, nice. 6 against my 5. The nice thing about peppering someone with 1 damage over and over and over is mathematically you're going to kill them at some point. So that is 1 shift farm, but I need to mark my 2 shift. He is on the verge of just erupting as this car comes just hurtling past him and smashes him into a wall. He peels it in half. Looking about is like, who do I kill? Who can I kill? Throwing cars at people is rude, but ramming me with the car is also just as rude. Nara.
Yeah, that is pretty rude. Would I know if those special dead robots would help at all in this situation?
For this guy in particular, he's literally about to go down. So I would definitely save them. If you want, I could say the next bot, you can hack them, and I'll basically give you a hint as to which one it could be. But to be very, very, very clear, each of these of these dudes, yeah, they have various weaknesses. So the ice one is weak to fire and electricity. The first one was weak to physical trauma and fire. This one's weak to something. If you can figure that something out, that will give you a boost, and you're going to have 3 of these something soon.
But I'm not very smart.
Nara,
Damn.
Nara is. And another question, do your teammates know about this? Are you keeping it close to your chest?
I'm keeping it close to my chest.
Okay, so if you want on your turn, you can
I kind of like the feeling of having a secret up my sleeve, you know?
I mean, it's fun.
Like you don't have tons already?
It's a slew of
It's the
secrets.
whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a whole
It's the
thing.
whole thing.
So if you want, Nara, when the next one pops out, you can just instantly hack them. If it's, your turn, you can say, I'm going to hack. And then I'll, depending on how well you do, I'll give you the answer. You'll know, and then you can just, respond appropriately.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, sounds good. With this, he's going to roll it. Yeah, running a car into me sucks just as bad. Ryder and Georgiana, roll. Me, 2, dodge. So
I use Aldris magic,
you can very much use Aldris magic. How are you using it?
blocking some of the bombs, like as a shield.
Sure, and that's smart, considering you only have your 1 physical stress box open. That means you only take 1 stress. Good job.
Do the same.
Yeah, for the same thing. Or do you want to use Sticky Situation or Aldris Magic?
Wait, can I use Sticky Situation?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you specifically said you're covering up his chest. Maybe he can't throw as many bombs because you gummed him up. So fewer bombs go out, therefore less damage.
Then yes.
All right, cool. So he's still sticky, but it needs to be, you need to throw fate points at it to invoke it. So yes, that brings you up to a 6, meaning you only take 2 shifts of damage, Georgiana. All right, so he chucked it at Ryder. He's going to go ahead and knock you down as you're rolled away ever so slightly to dodge the blast. Alrighty, who went last? I think it was Aldris? Yeah, you threw a car at me. Okay. Who's next, Aldris?
As you do.
Yeah.
Ryder.
I'm gonna move, and I'm gonna shoot him.
All right, you're weaving through the buildings as he's looking for you. You ready your firearm?
How hurt is he?
He is very hurt, but keep in mind, a lot of you get to go before, and you might want to save them for the next upcoming dudes, because you have...
Fine. I'll just keep the boost.
Already. And with that, much damages are avoided as he rolls out of the way. Who's next?
Nara.
Does it look like I could take him down?
If you succeed, yeah.
Yeah, I'll move closer and I'll hack him. Destroy protocol.
All right, you need to beat a 4. And you did. All right, that is the last bit of damage she can take. How does this go down?
Ah, man, I'm on a roll today. 2 for 2. It's like I'm doing it all myself. I was not actually expecting that to work, so it's not very cool. But I basically hacked his programming into like a permanent shutdown, like fried his circuits.
You're just shutting them off?
Yeah, I'm no damage. I'm frying his circuits so that he shuts down and can't go back on without being repaired.
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
You throw digital insults at him. He's clearly readying another array of bombs, but you're dumb. No. Wily doesn't actually like you. You're his least favorite. And he just kind of... He goes to grab more bombs. The hole's open. He shoves his hands in and just kind of... Lights turn off. The room dims. Interesting tactic.
Can I go steal one of his bombs?
You very much can, yes. And Inara, much like the other ones, you gain this extra little bit of information. The perfect way to utilize the explosions set within this thing.
Beautiful.
So we have 3 left.
Wasn't that bad.
As you guys take a breather, we clear all our stress. Who hasn't gotten to pick yet?
Me.
Nara.
All right, Nara, which one do you want?
So we've got fists,
lightning bolt,
and
flame.
God, I thought it was just Melanie saying lame.
I mean,
not that far.
Lame.
The downside of her mic killing the first word, yeah.
Let's do fist.
All right.
Fisto is going to be the worst one.
Fisto
Probably.
it is. All right, question, Ryder. Do you wish to be in the middle of the room while this thing is spawned, or no?
No.
Where do you want to move?
But you don't want to fist fight it?
Come on, duel. Mane a mane.
We'll just watch you. That's your thing, right? You can fight robots. Honorable duel.
Come on.
Alrighty, the room once again fades away as all the broken, dilapidated buildings are pulled back in. And from the center, we receive Bashbot.
Oh no.
Bashbot.
Smoke whirls in the center. And after it fades, you see the rather muscular body of a very powerful looking bot. Its arms, if it were to completely extend them, would drag on the floor. They're huge, completely dwarfing the rest of its body. Said body is probably pretty apt for most likely what this thing is trying to do. Not really much of a head or a neck. There's just kind of like a little situation there that could effectively function as a head. Its body is rather triangular and it has 2 pretty small legs.
Wait, so all brawn, no brain?
Potentially. And as it is pulled up and the smoke
Let
clears,
me hack 'em.
you guys see that it's approximately 4 feet tall.
Small.
That's a short little boy.
We're gonna get our ass kicked.
Short boy
True.
begins to look around as the room shifts and changes.
You say he's short and he has no neck?
No neck, short, huge arms. The arms are like 4 feet long each. But he's holding them up in a boxer's pose. The room is replaced by crazily colored squares and triangles and all these decadahedron shapes. And
I'm gonna look over at Aldous. I'm like, all right, fine, you win. And I'm gonna run at him.
Just because he's short.
Maybe.
Wow.
So either Aldris or Georgiana goes next, because Nar gets to choose. Around the room, there are various ramps, effectively, that just kind of like pop up in random locations, mostly in the corners and the walls and such.
Oh, so he rolls. Got it.
Let's do Gigi.
When we say corners, what corners are we talking about?
The walls and the corners.
So in each area, or just 1, 3, 7, and 9?
Everywhere, including 5, actually. There's no corner here, but there are various ramps and such, so the area, like the floor of all 9 areas, isn't completely flat. There are various areas that are up and down like a foot. Somewhat annoying to walk around here, but...
Can I run up a ramp and jump to trigger death from above?
Yes.
Okay, if I'm going to do 2 additional points of stress, it means I have to attack and not set up an advantage, right?
Correct, you're doing damage. And you also need to be closer, so you need to jump to him.
He is in the mid. I'm going to do some acid.
The classic.
All right, so I'm going to run, leap off one of these ramps, toss my thing, and...
Does that not give you a bonus, or what does that do?
It gives 2 more shifts of damage when she succeeds.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
That was a really good setup. I'm sorry you rolled -3 on that. And I rolled so well. I wouldn't say reroll that.
Yeah.
It's not worth it mathematically.
6 is going to be hard to beat.
While that was super cool, unfortunately, the boy is quick and he just like, "Wah!" and just jests off to the side, completely dodging the attack. Aldris.
Well, after watching that, I'm scared of Fist Boy now. I'm just gonna give GG some of that metal armor that I did earlier. Just make some more of it.
All right, gotta beat a 2. The ramps and such. Fortunately,
2.
Okay.
Hey, Aldris, you have to be a 2, by the way.
I think I did it.
I think you did it. That's 2 boosts. I spelled armor wrong, but this is cool too.
And more.
Metal love. Why the F not? Okay. Little bot boy looks about and goes, metal armor. Dude making metal armor. Pulls back, and like a pinball, he just shoots off, flying to his right and then flying forward. Aldris.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and
Hello.
roll me. Hello there. Go ahead and roll me. 2 dodge
God.
block.
Oh
Dodge
my
block.
god.
Dodge block.
Can I summon a giant wall of salt to block him?
Yes. Please, yes.
Yes.
Perfect. I will use Salt Shaker to make it a 5.
But say, please use the salt shaker. It's so weird. Okay.
I'm trying to find a way to use it.
Smart. Boost Boy goes absolutely flying as he hurtles off 2 of these ramps, and he's about to strike our wonderful birdman. Fortunately, you erect a pillar of salt, and he just smashes through it. You're mostly able to dodge and only receive 2 shifts of damage. Aldris, who's next?
Ryder. All the way over in the opposite corner.
Basically,
If I roll from here, do I take a disadvantage or?
you'll be fine.
Okay, I shoot.
He's definitely not paying attention as, well, he wants to... Ooh, nice, a 7.
Sharp aim.
All right.
Since he keeps on rolling good.
I know, right? Boosted with sharp aim. That's a 9 versus my 6. 3 shifts of damage. You pepper the back of this boy, and he's not having it. He turns to look at you and kind of like motions there. All right, bring it on. Who's next, Ryder?
Nara, do something to stop this man.
I
You're
hack
getting
him
away with
to
it.
see what his weekends.
How's
How is his weekend doing?
Oh, I don't know. Let's find out. You need to get closer, but yes, you can.
Wait, could you have been hacking him and finding out their weaknesses this whole time?
You didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know.
To be fair, she did just ask, yeah.
You know, it's fine. Look, I'm doing all the work here. All right, I'm gonna move closer, and now I'm gonna
Get that juicy data, you gotta be a wee bit closer. Okay.
Bam.
You do
All
need
right.
to beat a 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use a fate point.
All right, we're on Fist Boy. Let's see. Fist Boy. While delving through his files, you learn that he's weak to 2 things. Intense heat and overwhelming explosive force.
How? Actually, I don't know how I would use that.
Let me be super clear. These can only be used once. And when I say
Right.
fire, I only mean the fire that comes off of one of the robots, not just regular fire, unless you roll stupidly well. So,
Well, I mean, like, how would I be
basically,
able to use it?
you can, as a special action, you can attack using the bomb bot It's a one-time deal. You attack with it, and then something amazing will happen. I'll just put it that way.
All right.
But you don't just
But
throw
I
the
would
ball
have
at...
to get it, correct?
Yeah, so the thing is, you have the data. You need to be within one zone of the bomb bot in order to activate
Which is where I am.
Correct, yeah, you are within one zone of it. So
Okay.
you need to be close by. You can't do it from across the way. Or someone can throw its corpse to you, or you can drag the corpse with you, whatever you want to do. You just need to be near it. That's all that matters. And obviously, it needs to be near your effect. So if it's in zone 8, that's fine.
All right, well, can I yell something?
Yeah.
Georgiana, can you toss me that bomb bot? I've got an idea.
Can I actually pick this thing up?
It's heavy, but you can, yeah. Or you can use one of your weird abilities to, like, I don't know, do something. Gigi, you're going to be next, but first, Bashbot is going to get to bashing. So what he's going to do is, fortunately, he's in your square, Aldris, so you're safe this time. He'll bounce off one of the ramps from here. He'll go flying across the way to Area 2, attempt to smack at Gigi, and then shoot straight south, and then bounce off both Ryder and Nara. Georgiana, Ryder, Nara, roll me defend, please.
Rolls are really not good today.
That wasn't great either. I'll go ahead and use my Boosto on that one, and that'll only affect one person. So, 3 damage as he hurtles past Georgiana, Nara, and Ryder. We'll shoot this one at Nara. So, Gigi, take 1 shift. Ryder, you complete dodged it, take 0. And Nara, take 2. Alright, he went for a ora, just bouncing through here, and he's kind of sitting in front of you guys like, all right, I'm ready to go. And you can sort of hear a Wily laughing over the intercom like, oh, that worked very well. And Georgiana, your turn.
I would like to use my bubblegum pop.
Okay. How are we using it?
Can I blow a bubble right in front of this thing and make it pop so that it shoves the bomb bot over to Nara?
I love everything about that. Go for it. All right, you beat a 2. Bomb bot goes pew, and lands right over here in a heap and just kind of rolls on over into your guys' zone. Aldris, after you see the boy just launch off past you, fortunately not smashing into you, Georgiana pops her Pringles, and the dude kind of just rolls on over. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to use the last charge of Salt Shaker, so I'm going over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon a giant hand made of salt, and I'm just gonna try to hold them in place.
That's so weird, it just might work. Oh my god! They worked.
I don't even need to use Salt Shaker, but I'll do it anyways.
Alrighty, so the hand is attempting to hold him down. He's very small and very strong, so he can kind of move, but it's going to be problematic for him unless he breaks the salty hand.
Don't break my salty hand.
He's
I worked
considering.
hard to make that.
He's definitely considering breaking the salty hand. He's like,
No.
do I break the salty hand? I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Well, he can't do his flying fisto with this big hand on him. That's very annoying. So instead, he's just going to punch people. So he's going to attempt to basically just everyone in his current square, just square up, punch it up. Nara and Ryder roll to defend. This will be a little bit weaker because he doesn't have his momentum. But he's still going for a punch. That's a 4.
Can I roll fight to defend?
Yeah, it's melee. You can have to roll fight. You're not dodging your meeting in melee. All right, excellent. Ryder, you completely negate all the damage, and Nara, you'll be taking 2 shifts of damage as he meets up with Ryder and thinks like, this isn't worth it. Remember, if you want to block some of this, Nara, you can use some of the salty hand to hold him back, and you won't be taking those 2 shifts. Up to you.
Yeah, I think I'm fine. It'll go away.
Yeah, it goes around away between rounds. So duking out with the 2 of you, he's kind of looking like, want some more?
Yeah, I do want some more. Somebody give me my turn!
Alrighty. Aldris, who's next?
I wonder.
Me, pick me. Me.
Gee.
I think maybe Nara. Maybe.
Damn it.
Maybe.
Favoritism.
All right, Nara, what you got?
Yeah.
Favoritism.
Can I use a special move?
You definitely can.
Let me do it.
Do it. All right, roll me. Craft makes the most sense. Your bots are basically going to utilize the remains of Bombot in the most official way humanly imaginable.
Damn. Is it worth it to... Why? I've been rolling so good.
So, in terms of this attack, it is 100% worth it to either... So you only roll the -1. You don't need to reroll necessarily. And you only have a +3 in your crafts. Salty Hand will give you +2. But
I'll use Salty Hand.
that brings you up to 4, which would normally be 2 shifts of damage. Because you're using Bombot, that actually brings you up to 6, which will give you... I'll add 1 more to your boost. And what's going to happen here is you're going to hurdle this turtle at the Bashbot, and it is going to absolutely erupt in front of him. That's 4 shifts of damage, or it normally would be. Instead, it's going to be 8 shifts of damage. It's going to double the amount he took. So because he took 4, we're going to double that to 8. So it's not increasing your roll necessarily, but it's increasing the actual damage he took. Right. That's going to be his highest threshold, his highest physical stress threshold. So he is hurting up a storm. And on top of that, he's going to be stunned for the entire round. He can't do shit.
Beautiful.
It explodes. He bounces off one of the ramps, hits the ceiling, smacks into the ground, and you just hear a, "What the hell was that?"
Can I yell, "Who wants the KO?"
Me.
Ryder's next.
I'm gonna use my wristband. I'm gonna activate it, and it's gonna go over my left hand, my non-metal fist. It's gonna create like pretty much like a boxing glove, and I'm gonna walk over to him and I'm gonna give him the 3-piece combo.
Excellent. I also added a free invoke onto him, just called Stunned. I'll give it 3 taps.
Well, that was garbage.
That's definitely not great. Obviously, you have reroll. Remember,
Ryder, I gave it to
I was
you.
rolling so good.
you were.
You were.
Who's getting the talk now?
Remember, you can use Stun to reroll if you wish.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
And then I can use Salty Hand, right?
You can use Salty Hand, correct. All right, that brings you up to a 5, which is 2 shifts of damage with a quick womp, womp, womp. This thing is relatively tanky. Maybe the salt got in the way. Maybe it's just like haphazardly rolling. He's also really small. So you do decent damage, but he still seems like he's there. Ryder, who's next?
GG.
All right, going off the fact that he don't like fire, I'm going to do a root beer float. I'm going to basically grease him up so he's extra flammable.
Can she set off like a chain reaction with flammable liquid?
I mean, that's up to...
Can I do that?
Someone needs to light it on fire, yes.
Whoever follows up, yeah.
Perfect.
Alrighty, so this is what? Covered in what?
Grease.
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 So, question, if you use 1 stunned, you'll actually gain 2 stacks of covered in grease. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
Alrighty, so this boy is slimy, gross, and no one's going to ask him to do the prom. Aldris.
Well, I see he's covered in grease, so the natural option is to just throw a mini sun at him.
That sounds like a plan, honestly.
Son, oh my god.
Like everyone can, you know?
Yes. Like everyone can. Totally normal.
Throw a mini sun at him and not figure out where your arcane button is. And then I'll use the covered in grease and stunned.
That'll bring you up to a 10. That's plus 4. And that is 8 shifts of damage. You can't do shit to defend. I do believe that's enough to take him out. Good sir. This greasy little bash bot. How do you wish to remove him from this plane?
My little mini sun's gonna fly at him, and right before it hits, it's gonna like slow down and start at his feet, and he's just gonna start melting as it slowly moves up until he just turns into a puddle of metal.
Wonderfully horrifying. I love it. Everything is melted down.
Gonna blow up naturally.
Of course. do you turn around first?
Of course.
Okay, of course. Everyone's not cool. Don't look. Wily stares directly into it in anger. Bashbot just erupts. His 2 fists just go shooting off in random directions and bounce off the walls, shooting off into area 1 and area 3, like ding 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 ding, like little pinballs. They go flying off and just boop, 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 and they land perfectly about 3 feet away from Nara. And you know that the juicy data is inside them.
That's exactly what I want.
I didn't burn the juicy data just for you. Calculated, totally.
You're on my good list. Don't worry.
Alrighty, we have fire and lightning left. Which do you all wish to push?
Can I get that juicy data first?
Of course.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Since this is a round robin, who was it that chose the first time?
Wait, Toy, rock, paper, scissors it?
Oh, that's right, you did.
Again.
What are the last options?
Wait. Can we all do it? Can we all rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, why
I
not?
want to be part of it.
Well, we have
Everybody rock, paper, scissors.
lightning bolt and flame left.
Yeah.
Correct. I actually want to see a 4-way rock, paper, scissors. That would be hilarious.
All right.
Does that even work?
Can you count down?
Yeah, I will. So everybody type.
Wait, how's a 4-way going to work if there's
I
only
don't
2
think it
options
works.
left?
We'll find out. It'll be funny.
Well, whoever wins the rock, paper, scissors gets to choose.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then we'll
It's
see.
just, I don't think 4-way rock, paper, scissors works.
What?
Don't
No,
worry,
it'll
it
work.
has. I've done it all the time.
I
Don't
want the
worry.
chaos. I want this chaos.
Okay.
Give it to me. All right,
Oh,
everybody,
Lord.
type your
All right.
option.
Yep, good.
Type it up. All right, ready. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. See, look, everyone picks scissors and rock. Okay, the dead arm on the ground is making rock, by the way. All right,
Aldous wins.
Aldous and the dead arm.
The one who thought it wouldn't work, it worked.
Why did you all pick scissors?
Well, we're all on the same page except for Aldris.
I thought about it, but then I'm like, no, going with my gut, going with rock.
All right, Aldous, as you walk across the way, which one would you like to choose?
Lightning doesn't sound like fun for a flying boy like me, so I'm going to go with fire.
You've played
Good,
enough
I've got
Pokemon.
Icy Boy.
While Aldous is contemplating this, Nara and Ryder, go ahead and move to where you'd like to be.
No.
You want to stay there?
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Nara, where you go?
We all sit in the middle and just jump him instantly.
I'm going behind GT.
Just go for the yank, okay? All the funhouse little bounce balls go away, and everyone's slightly more sad. You can kind of hear Wily over the intercom of like, very intriguing, very intriguing. We shall see if you can survive this next one, though. I do believe things are about to heat up.
Oh, old man, can you shut up?
You're a little weird,
No.
Wiley.
Alrighty, the entire room begins to elevate in heat. Your vision grows ever so blurry. It's not necessarily too hot to stand on, but it's very quickly approaching the danger zone. And then once again, from the middle, a hole opens where we expect the bot to come out of. And unlike before, no smoke, just a tiny little billow of like, puh. After about a second, flames erupt from the hole, and spinning outward, the burn bot arrives. Hands raised in the air, fire shooting from behind its back. It poses and is ready for combat.
I'm
I'm
popping.
so stupid. Oh no, the blight bot's all the way down in area 8. Gigi, cover me.
I'm
Okay.
popping as he comes out, as in like, oh wow, impressive.
And we shall throw down with Burnbot next week.